Hey, I'm Colin from the podcasthost.com, as always, taking you through some podcasting tips. And today we're looking at editing and how to make it much quicker. So this trick that I'm going to show you called click editing is something I learned years back, probably more than 10 years ago, and I've used it ever since in just about any type of podcast production. It's a way of marking a signal in your recording that makes it visual. Audio is obviously quite, audio. You can't see it, you have to listen through. So it means that the problem when we are editing is often the fact that we have to listen through an entire recording to find those edit points. If you record for an hour, quite common for an interview show, that kind of thing, maybe you've got 60 minutes worth of audio, it takes you 60 minutes to listen through that whole thing and then add on the time to actually make the edits after that. So you've got the minimum time, which is the length of the recording. Now this click editing trick adds a visual signal into your waveform so that you don't have to listen to the whole thing anymore. In fact, from now on, you'll be able to just load up your waveform into whatever editing package you're using, and you can just skim through an hour-long recording, 2 hours, 3 hours, and find these edits in just minutes, and then edit them right out, okay? So let's take a look. How does it actually work? I'm going to show you now. So let's take a look in a live recording environment here. I'm going to show you in action on the computer. So here we are in Alitu's episode builder. All I'm going to do is make a new recording. So into the episode builder, going to record audio. I'm going to go my click test. Make sure we're on just the basic microphone so we can record in here. I'm going to hit start. And the idea is that you're recording away. You can see the waveform there. I'm speaking. I'm going to give the intro. Let's say we give the intro to our podcast. Hey folks, and welcome to another episode of Podcraft. This is the show all about, what is it about? So all I do is I pause for a few seconds, and then I click, or I clap, or I snap. I do something like, or, then I pause again. And then I restart. And I attempt to restart with the same words I did in the sentence I made the mistake. And then once you get in the routine of this, it's actually quite easy to do that, to remember how you started the sentence before you made the mistake. You can think back that far, especially once you've practiced this a bit. So you restart with the same words again, okay? And that's it. Let me show you how that works in practice. So I'm just going to save this. That'll go and process, so Alitu will now clean that up, do all the noise reduction, leveling, all that kind of stuff. But actually, I'm going to show you in this one here, because I've got an example here. Let's remove that one just now, because I'm going to deselect that one. So I'm going to go back. This is an edit that I did a while back. I'm going to zoom in. This is the idea. You want to zoom in until you can see the sort of individual words and sentences. So about there looks good. You can see these individual words here. And then you start scrolling through. I can either drag the bar here, or I can use the arrows up here. Of course, you can do this in any editor that you use. So if you're an Audition user, Audacity, whatever it is, then you can do that in there as well. It's not really dependent on your editing platform. But I'm just going to show you how we do it nice and easily in Alitu. So all that looks normal, but then you get to here and look, suddenly there's a big gap, a pause, and then these. So this is what you're looking for. You're looking for the pause to kind of signal it, but then you've got these 3 sharp spikes. Now that's what a click edit looks like. That's the 3 claps or the 3 clicks with your tongue, whatever it is. And what we want to do now, the first thing I do when I see one of them is I go to the part after, I click just before the audio restarts, and I press play there. Or you do get out of it, but that's only if you spend. So, or what you do get out of it, that's the start of the sentence. So I know that's the start of where the mistake was made. So I go to a few seconds before the pause and I press play there. Or time on it can improve the quality of the show, or what you do get out. So, or what you do. So I matched it up, I was watching there, looked like it was right here, that was the or. So I'm going to say the edit is going to start here. I'm going to click there, skim forward. I'm going to go right up to past those clicks, and I'm going to go right up to the start of the audio again. There we go. And then I'm going to hit preview. On it can improve the quality of the show, or what you do get out of it. Excellent. So that's it. That's the edit done. I could maybe refine that a little bit. If I was being perfectionist, I would maybe try and take out that little, I heard a click, so maybe I could just adjust like that, preview, and I'm sure that'll sound fine. So that's how you do it. And all I do now is I cut that, so click that to confirm that edit, and then I skim on and I look for the next one. And there's a pause, there's 3 clicks, and I do the same for that. That is how you then edit out those clicks. Now, just to say, you can use this for not just mistakes. So these are mistakes, you know, I kind of tripped over my tongue or I said the wrong thing. But you can also use them to mark things like chapters where, you know, you want to put in a segment intro or a bumper or a stinger or something like that, you know, a little pre-recorded intro or outro. Or maybe for an advert, if you want to mark where you put adverts, you're during recording, you know that you want to put in adverts at certain points, so you can mark points where you think it would be a good point to put that in. You can mark that with clicks as well. So it's not just the mistakes, it can also be things you want to add in as well. So that's how click editing works. I'm not kidding when I say that that has saved me hours, if not days. Hours? It's got to be days, really, over the last decade, like 10 years of using this to edit. So every week when I edit Podcraft or Pod Tools or pocket-sized podcasting, any show that I'm working on, I'll be using this to edit. So I'm just taking minutes, literally minutes, to edit an hour-long show. If we take an hour to record Podcraft, maybe we've got 3, 4, 5 mistakes in there, I can skim through it and I can find them and edit them out in 5 minutes. So it cuts so much time during that editing. Now you can find a written version of this. We've got a blog post on this that will give you all the lowdown and a kind of summary of it. If you want to go and read it to review how it works, see a few more examples of it, pop over to that. That's at thepodcasthost.com/click edit. thepodcasthost.com/click edit. And we'll pop that into the description below as well. And it's worth saying that I'm also doing a video at the moment on minimum effective editing. That's me, minimum effective editing. And that is a way to cut down how much editing you do in the first place. So click edit works really well alongside this. It's kind of part of the minimum effective editing process. So do look for that video. You can find that in our channel as well if you search for me, M-W-E-E, or I'll pop a little card up if I can on whatever side it ends up, and you can click onto that video too. So I hope that's useful as well to help you cut your editing time. Thanks very much for watching. I've been Colin Gray from thepodcasthost.com and our podcast maker tool, Alitu, which makes it as easy as possible to make your podcast. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please do hit that bell icon so you see any future videos that pop up from us. There'll be much more around cutting the time on editing, making it easier to create your show, and all this stuff around launching, growing, monetizing your podcast. I hope to see you on a future one of those very soon.